What's good, YouTube? Just a casual nerd back again with another video, and today we're going to give a quick movie review of The Menu. We just recently released in theaters, and I got a chance to view it today. And I'm gonna try to give a quick spoiler-less review, but I will warn you that maybe some spoilers because I'm the kind of a spoiler guy over here. But I'll try my best with this one in particular, due to the nature of the film. I'll try to give a review without the spoilers. All right. And for those of you who don't know, this movie is starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, and Ralph. I think his last name is pronounced Fiennes. Well, they've all been in a couple other roles. You may know Anya Taylor-Joy from Queen's Gambit. Nicholas Hoult, who played the Beast in the younger version of X-Men, and Mr. Fiennes or Mr. Ralph. He's been in a lot of things. I can't think of one right off the top of my head right now, but you'll recognize the actors and actresses, and there's a couple other ones in here too. Some you may know, some you may not know. And it's not a long watch. The movie is a little shy of 2 hours, so not that bad of a watch. But without that being said, I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna say I actually did enjoy this film. I think it was different than a lot of the movies I've gone to the theaters to see recently. It's not connected to any big tentpole films like Marvel or DC. It's its own contained thing, which I can definitely enjoy. It does take some elements from elements from horror, but it has some good comedy in here. Like, I actually got some laughs out of me. There's some it has some suspense in it. Now I will say, I think they could have went a little harder in the suspense category to make it even better, but I think what we got was still decent. Because now, originally, when I saw the trailer for this film, I thought it was going to be a dark twist. I don't know if you guys have it and wherever you may be watching it, but if you know those restaurants where they have like almost like a murder mystery type of deal, that's like the theme of the restaurants. I forgot what they call it, but I thought that's what it was going to be, like a dark kind of twist on that, which in a way it was, but it was just a little bit different than I thought it was gonna be, and it was still interesting. Like, the message by the end was actually pretty good, because it deals with basically dealing with one's passion and how you can kind of lose said passion. But of course they went in a totally unhinged ending with that. But that was kind of like the premise of it, and I did enjoy how they kind of put a bow on it at the end. Yeah, there's not too much I would change about this film to make it better. In a weird way, it does get right into like the premise of the film, but at the same time, it's a little bit of a slow burn. Now I know that kind of seems like an oxymoron, but you probably wouldn't get in unless you actually watch it, of course. But you don't have to wait like a whole long time in the movie to actually get to the restaurant. Like, within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the film, you're at this restaurant, so you're in the premise of it. And I do highly recommend seeing it in theaters, only because then when you watch it, you feel also isolated with these characters in this restaurant, as things are happening, as they feel captivated by what all's going on. You're also viewing this show that's going on as well. So that's why I do recommend it in theaters. Now I would say maybe go ahead, definitely see it maybe matinee. I think it's definitely still worth a regular ticket price, but it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and see it at a for matinee either. I wouldn't wait to see it on streaming, just simply because I feel like it'll be better in theaters to like I said, be kind of captivated as long with the characters during the actual movie. But again, I think the acting in this was great. Like, the only thing I probably would change, if they had a little bit more suspense parts, or maybe got into some of the more I guess more villainous acts a little bit quicker, maybe may make it a little bit better. But I think it was still decent how it was done. I'll probably just add a little bit more suspense in certain areas, but I think it was still well done. And even though it's in this suspense slash mystery slash horror category or whatnot, they actually did really good with the comedy aspects. Like, the parts that were supposed to be funny, I actually laughed. I didn't feel like the writers are trying to write in a joke or anything like that. It just genuinely felt funny. It actually got some laughs out of me, and that's rare these days. I feel like a lot of comedy movies in today's, they just haven't been as funny as it used to be. And like I said, this one is not even a comedy film, but it just has some good comedy in there. So I think this film has something for everyone in it, actually. Even if you are a type of person who likes cooking shows or culinary stuff, I think there's some interesting stuff in there. They even go to some historical stuff, and they how they describe these dishes. I think it's actually pretty entertaining. But yeah, whether you like dark things or mystery or some funny stuff, or just want to have a decent time in the theaters, I definitely recommend The Menu. Great actors, great writing. I would definitely recommend this film. But if you've seen it or if you haven't seen it, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you plan to go see it? Have you even heard about this movie? It might have flew under the radar for some of you guys. But what are you listening to me for anyway? I'm a casual. Cue the outro.